posted the link to Facebook. Let me just throw that over to the chat as well. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly broadcast. And very sorry for the delay again. The constant issues with these invites, but we will get it figured out. We have an agenda which we have to go through kind of quickly due to this delay, which I'm so sorry about.
It's okay. We can end. Oh, I guess other people have deadlines, but we can start the study late.
True. And welcome to Jamie, our new member. She doesn't have her camera on, but she's here and hopefully can hear us.
Hi, Jamie.
So I did send out an agenda just a few minutes before this was supposed to start through email. So if everybody has that available, just kind of dividing our time into the things we wanted to address. Tina, did you have anything to update us on regarding all that was going on? You did a lot of work this week with figuring out food Dana issues.
Yeah, food Dana it was crazy last week. I don't know. Aruna and I and Robin have the for the upcoming course. 3 of us had breakfast item and non-food item ready for the meditator, and I guess the frozen food is ready too.
Yeah, I saw we received some food from me today. Yeah, I think so. It's a frozen food.
The frozen food is ready. I mean, in a refrigerator.
Yeah, we received today from me.
Okay, that's good. So the meditator should be all set.
Right? Is it a 5-day retreat? I think
yeah. From what Ante was saying, it was.
It is like a one meal. Like, I cannot give. I think we cannot give like the same meal every day. Like for especially lunch, right?
Yeah.
So then in that sense, like I don't know.
So it should be three lunch.
Yeah, 3 lunch, and then one after another day. I can. I mean, if you prefer, I can. If you.
Well, from the information from Bande, the meditator only stay for 3 days.
3 days. Okay, maybe the second day I better to buy food, because if we do the same food every day, like 3 days. I mean, for the lunch.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It looked like there was a lot of food.
And so for Aruna, I will confirm with you later in a meeting about the lunch thing.
Okay.
If they are all, if it's enough for 3 days, it should be okay, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe I can make food. Don't worry. But one person, doesn't matter.
So it sounds like the meditators that are there this week and expected to come this week, it sounds like there's enough at the moment. If there isn't, Aruna will take care of it and meet up with Tina to further discuss it. So basically, food is all set for the moment.
And the bedroom items are all set too.
Yeah, right now we have for 5 people, like everything, blankets, 2-3 sleeping bag, and then so everything, almost everything.
Okay, that's
so the food and the bedding for the meditators is all set. Awesome.
Okay, that's good.
Just moving on to the next requisite, clothing. This is the end of Vasa's coming up, and Katina and Ante. Is it possible to give us a crash course 101 for lay supporters to offer robes?
How do you mean?
Well, just starting from the beginning, I don't know where to find such a thing. I'm sure we'd like to do that. Can you direct us to where to even begin looking for where to order a robe from?
It's a good question. There are places in Toronto that you can order, and places in the US. Some of the big monasteries in the big cities will even let you buy them from them because they get too many.
Oh,
So you end up supporting them by buying the robes back. It's
Okay.
funny, I mean, the monasteries end up recycling them, so you buy them back and offer them again. And it's,
Yeah. But that's okay.
that's
Regifting.
okay.
So now yours, I imagine, would have some special requirements. You have to survive through a Canadian winter.
Yeah, the robes I use are actually jean material, and they are custom made because not many monks wear jean material. I mean, it's a place that makes them, but they'll only make them on order.
Well, I guess that's what I'm asking. How would we go about finding out who this is and looking into
You'd
making?
have to get in contact with one of my supporters in Bangkok to have it made and have it shipped here, which they can do. I mean, they're more than willing to help. She speaks good English if you don't mind calling her in Bangkok.
No, that would be fine.
Or if you have Line, this program, it's just an app like Skype, and it's pretty easy. Get it on Android or iPhone, and
It's called Line, L-I-N-E.
Line. It's a big thing in Thailand, and I can give you her telephone number.
Okay, probably better not to broadcast that on air, but I'll send you an
And
email.
you'd add her to your Line, and then you can call her.
Great. Okay, so we'll follow up with this through the volunteer.
I can also ask the Thai people there. The Thai people here, they're here right now. They might have but no, I wouldn't most likely wear a robe that was just an ordinary robe because it's not very helpful in this climate.
But we definitely need to get you the kind to survive a Canadian winter.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send you an email to get more information on your supporter and
Okay.
And well, we'll discuss it through, with the group through volunteer email afterwards, just to.
Okay. I've also posted Kung's telephone number. The Thai woman here who's been helping out. I just posted it in the Hangout, so if anybody wants to talk to her, she's been helpful, and you can take down her number.
Okay, sure. And what would we be talking about?
Well, she was the one who was making food to put in the freezer. She brought us 3 days of food to put in the freezer
Oh, okay.
here.
Okay, wonderful.
I mean, if there's just anything that you need, if you need someone local, she and this other woman, Tik and Kung, they're two people who have been quite helpful.
Oh,
They're going to bring food every weekend, I think.
that's great.
And I might even go on alms round to Tik's house.
That's great.
She lives downtown.
Very, very good to hear. The local support for food is so much more streamlined. I know Tina didn't want to get into all the details, but back and forth this week, just trying to order food, overseas, even from the United States. Places don't want to take credit cards over the phone, so that's going to be key. That's really good to hear. Just moving on to the next thing, shelter. Last week, shelter meaning the monastery and increasing the fundraising efforts to continue to be able to make the monastery rental utility payments. We talked about videos last week, and we kind of had to revise that. The idea of compiling the videos maybe didn't work out so well. So, Stefano, where do we stand with that? What did you want to have happen with that?
I liked your video. Just the pictures that were uploaded on the video were a bit blurry. I think we could take the audio from your video and put better pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if each of us making a video would be much more helpful, if we should just have a main video.
I had tried to make a video just to record myself, speaking from the heart about what this meant to me. It was really, really hard. Talking to a camera is really hard. I'm not experienced in that kind of thing. I don't know if anyone tried and had any success.
Sorry. I recorded one too. but because I speak very slow, so the video is quite long. I mean, maybe 2 minutes. But you can just cut the first part, whichever part you need. And I don't know, it doesn't look professional at all.
I don't think they need to look professional because these are, these aren't going on, network TV. They're going on our online fundraiser, and maybe having a variety of things from professional looking to, clearly not professional and really homemade is good because it just shows the different, the different places volunteers are coming from. We're not all professionals. We're kind of coming from all over. So, but the idea, we will need different ones over time. So, and different ideas as well. And one thing I was thinking was, we originally said maybe just creating one in the Hangout. And would you want to try that at all, just to see how it worked? Like having a Hangout like this, maybe starting our volunteer meeting early next week, having a Hangout like this, and just kind of talking and recording something in Hangout to use as a, and then ending that broadcast and using that as an online fundraiser video. You want to try that?
So we record that and we each say something.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want it to seem like we're trying to sell it or
No.
like desperate or anything.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
YouTube now has a video editor of its own, so you can cut and paste clips from from your own YouTube videos. Okay. So you can edit.
I think it's easier to say something thoughtful on your own than with other people, because you might feel pressured to say something, or you might be unmindful.
So also, if we did them individually, we could re-record them until we were satisfied with the result too. Okay. So should we try the individual efforts again this week and share them with you, Stefano, too?
Okay. Sure.
And had kind of gone back and forth. What was the better way to share them with you?
Not Dropbox. Someone had mentioned something on the email. I forget what. Maybe it was Anthony. Did you mention something? Some way to share the videos?
I don't remember. The Dropbox type of services and Google Drive, all those kind of things, I don't see a problem with them really.
Okay, yeah, I think
you can also put them up on YouTube, and it's not exactly a private video, but it's the sort of thing where you give the video link, and only people with the link can see it. That could work as well.
I had also just put mine on the file on our Facebook page, and I think that worked okay. That it doesn't lose anything in the translation when it's left there, does it?
No, it wouldn't change quality or anything like that. I didn't actually try to download it though.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever's easiest for people to do. So.
Doug set something up. I don't know if anyone's tried that at all. So the last email I've seen is Doug has set something up. Looks like on his own server where we can possibly share stuff.
There was one thing that he set up earlier, and then he said he was going to discontinue it because it wasn't being used. Was that the one?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed the mail where he discontinued it. The last one I can see is like an own cloud site.
Yeah, I think he sent another email and said he was going to discontinue that because it wasn't being used.
Okay.
So that one might not be there anymore. I mean, is it okay just to share them on our Facebook for now, just to make it super simple?
Yeah, we'll try different ways of sharing it and see what works out.
But by sharing it, I mean just kind of getting it to you.
Just for watching?
Well, no, just sharing them with Stefano, who was going to maybe, I don't know, were you going to edit them somehow?
Yeah, I'll try. I'll see. Yeah.
All right. So maybe we can share them with you via Facebook for now, or through
Yeah,
Google.
if that
What about
doesn't
the
work
length
out,
of the
we'll try to
videos?
find another way to share it.
Okay, and also regarding the whatever fundraiser videos we do put together, Bhante, I know that you didn't want to have a donate button on your individual videos. Certainly understand that. That's a little out of line. But what do you think of having the donate button on the fundraiser videos? Because the video talks about the online campaign, but
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not my videos, you guys in the other channel, you're welcome to. I have no opposition to any of that.
okay, yeah, Bhante had sent over some information on that, and I haven't tried it yet, but I can imagine it would be that difficult just to stick the button on the video that we currently have, and and the new ones that people put together and send to Anna. Last requisite medicine, B12, vitamin B12 and soya milk. I think, Bhante, you're going to be all set with that now, thanks to a very generous for the American Express card? Or is that still up in the air? Do you need?
No, I mean, that's fine, but I don't think there's anything to do with B12.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the fortified soya milk. No.
I don't think I can get fortified soy milk on campus. I don't know. I'll talk to the vegan in our association.
Okay, let us know. Yeah, I thought that was with the booster juice. I thought that was all related. Maybe I got it wrong.
I don't know. Do they have a juice with B12 in it?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They do? Oh, okay. Well,
I can send you to the nutritional website. Here, I'll just look it up and tell you exactly.
I bet I can just go to them and say, hey, which one of these juices has B12? Because that's really the one thing that, I don't know, maybe there's more things, but that seems to be the one thing that I either have to eat meat that has been injected with it or have to.
Are you averse to taking B12 supplements, Bhante?
Well, I can't keep supplements, that's the problem.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so a daily soya milk that's fortified with B12 would be perfect. Okay, so Stefano will send you that information or tell you that information. Regarding the meditation center, I was just wondering if you needed yoga mats at all to put under meditation cushions. Sometimes
Yoga mats would be neat, something like that for when lay people come, because they don't often the Asian lay people don't like to sit on a mat when I sit on a cushion when I'm sitting on a cushion. So if we had something more like a mat, I think it'd be comfortable.
Yeah, they're pretty versatile too. Everything from if you happen to have a lot of meditators and needed extra mattresses, a yoga cushion can be a fill in for a mattress, or to put under a cushion if a person is big and their ankles are hanging off and on the hard floor. Would you put a few of those on the Amazon wish list?
Sure.
So we can get those sponsored. And did Venus meditation cushions arrive?
Yes. Sorry, I never said that they arrived. Yeah, people have been using them. Thank you.
Awesome. And any other items that you can think of that you need for the meditation center this week?
Not that I need, no. A stapler. I need a stapler.
Stapler. Okay.
But I was going to put it on Amazon. It's not a need.
Okay. Perfect.
And a paper cutter. Jeff, I think in the move from Winnipeg, we must have lost a box, because there's a few things that never made it. One of them was a paper cutter, a really nice paper cutter.
And what else was
it's-
missing? How big is the paper cutter?
No, not big, like A4 size. Yeah, but it had a rotary blade, so it was kind of nice. Maybe no, it's not. And there are a few other things that I think went missing. I can't remember what else, but it's like it was
I can buy
almost-
from the store.
Sorry?
I can buy from the local store, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's urgent, but it's something that we should have that I thought I could use once in a while.
Or maybe. Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing as far as the meditation center, I know this probably requires a much longer discussion, but just to, put it out there so we can think about it for next week. Are we interested in having the Monastery Meditation Center be kind of a green environment? The monk that we had spoken to a couple weeks ago, did hangouts with myself and Jeff, and he talked about how their monastery was green. It fit in with, to some extent, Buddhist principles and sustainability, and I was just wondering if that was something that we were interested in having, or is that a little too much at this point?
I don't think our focus should be on being green, and in the sense of actually going out of our way too much. But that doesn't really, that's more of a philosophical thing. I mean, it should be I wouldn't really want to be philosophically too much into it, just because it can get kind of obsessive. But practically speaking, I think it's everyone should be green.
Okay.
Like everyone should have a compost pile out back and recycling. Even to the point of washing out containers before you put them in your recycling bin, that kind of thing. I just don't know that we want to. I mean, I'm just concerned that sometimes people get obsessed with it and then they start losing track of what is important and what is not, or what is most important.
Fair enough. We've got a lot on our plate right now.
Yeah.
Without, getting
but if you wanted to talk about getting a compost pile, I guess it shouldn't be high on our list of priorities, but every house should have one. It's ridiculous that we throw our compost into the garbage.
Is there a fair amount of cooking going on that you would have compost?
That's a good point. Probably not. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not.
Something to keep an eye on. I mean, it's easy enough. We started one this year, basically just a small piece of fencing in a circle, and we throw all our eggshells and vegetable, all the produce waste and everything. And you don't want to.
It may be too much to maintain, on the other hand, because we don't have. I don't know.
Well, something to think about.
But we're doing recycling. We're
That's a good start.
doing ordinary stuff.
So George isn't here, and that's unfortunate. It's been 2 weeks since we've had anyone here from the online segment to give us an update, but he did put on Facebook something that it looked like it would be a way of getting around these emails that go to everyone, the volunteer email list, which has been a little bit overwhelming for some people, turned some people off because there's just so much going out there. Did anybody have a chance to look at that? He linked it to Facebook.
Look at what? Look at what?
George set up something that it looks like a forum.
Oh no, I didn't.
Look at our if you look at our Facebook supporter page, he set something up that looks like a forum. It's just got the different categories. So I guess people can just communicate forums as opposed to the email that goes to everyone. And there are pros and cons of that. The emails that go to everyone bring people in that have some insight into it, but maybe aren't necessarily part of the specific group that's working on it. But it does get spammy and it does get too much, and I've definitely been overwhelmed with the number of emails going back and forth at certain times of the week.
And they're hard to read and follow.
Anthony, are you familiar with bbPress?
No, I haven't used it, but it can't be that hard.
No,
I can help set that up.
If I give you SuperAdmin access to the site, you could add it as a plugin. It might even be there, just deactivated. Set up a new subdomain, a new site called forum.sirimongolo.org, and then add bbPress as a plugin to it. You can actually set up one of our WordPress sites as a forum.
Yeah,
pretty easy.
I'd be willing to try that. Now here's a link from Robin, I guess,
Yes.
si.go.cm.
That's what George just set up, and I mean it looks pretty good to me. I think the only thing we lose in moving over to this again is people who sort of accidentally get drawn into conversations and have something to add. But there's certainly, in such an organized format here too, there's certainly the opportunity to click into it and see what is going on with all the different teams.
Mm-hmm. So I don't see why we shouldn't use this forum that George has set up. Only thing is, once we do, moderating this forum will become a bigger job. Somebody will have to keep people on topic and stuff.
Yeah. Is there anyone who strongly prefers the volunteer email that we have, or is it in general agreement that it's a little unwieldy?
The volunteer email is so unwieldy.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Forum would be better, yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, I'll send something off to George to thank him for his efforts and give us a little more information on what it's all about. Bhante, are you satisfied with this, or did you want to follow through on the other idea?
BB Press, I think. Oh, he just disappeared.
He disappeared. Okay. Well, we'll check that through volunteer email too.
Yeah.
I mean, this does look pretty good. Okay. Next on the agenda. Also for the online present, Jeff made a brand new meetup page, which looks great, and I think that's really a key to introducing Bhante to his new local community. I'll paste that one in here too. So this is a meetup Jeff created to communicate the Saturday list that Bhante will be holding, and it's not really good.
If people want to take a look at it and if they have any ideas in terms of improving it, they can send me an email and I will give them the password so that they can get on and edit.
Sounds good. Welcome back, Bhante. We're just wondering, did you have a chance to click into the link of what George had set up?
No, is it any good?
I think so, yeah.
Well, it's not on our site though.
It's
See,
not.
it looks quite good, and we could move it on to sirimangalo.org. You know, you can just export the database and
No, but the
me
thing
or
about
whoever can.
the thing about BB Press is it's fully integrated into WordPress.
Right, so it's a question of what would be more work, moving that site into our own domain or setting up BB Press.
I think moving that site into our domain would be more work.
Okay.
BB Press really easy.
All right.
You now have super admin privileges. QWL, I think, is your user.
That's me, yeah.
Okay, so through BB Press, you'd be able to set up something similar to organize our email? Is that what it's for? Because you had an earlier idea, Bhante, about Slacker.com, and would the BB Press be better than the Slacker.com?
Slack.com.
Slack.com? Sorry.
Well, Slack is chat, so it's more real time. So it's really useful. I mean, big organizations use Slack. It's the go-to platform, and everything is integrated. You can integrate Google Docs. You can integrate Hangouts, so you can have live video Hangouts within Slack.
So would that be better than a forum?
In a way, yeah. I mean, it's like Facebook chat, but it's you can have categories and it integrates stuff.
Right, team-based and group-based and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's not Facebook-based.
And does it store the information as well? So if somebody's not there for chat, I mean, you've got a record
Absolutely.
of it.
Everything's archived. It's searchable. You can do a search on a chat on a thread.
Okay. So then between the three different possibilities that we have, between Slack, BB Press, and I'm not sure what the name of George had set up is, the Supporters Forum, of those three, does it seem that Slack might be the most functional?
Yeah, I mean the only issue I can think of is it's not public, so it's not something the public could access and see what we're up to.
Well,
it's more
the
of
public
a
doesn't necessarily access our volunteer. Either we add people to it, or we.
right. That's true.
So
yeah, I mean for internal stuff that we're not publicizing, absolutely Slack. I mean it's the standard. It seems like to be what people use.
okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see us try it out.
Is there a cost for it?
What? A cost? No, not unless you want superpowers with it. But for ordinary usage, it's free.
Okay.
So somebody will need to open that account. Shall I do that?
Go for it.
Good.
Okay, then I'll send everyone on the invites or whatever, however that works.
Maybe we could do sirimangalo.slack.com.
Sure.
I'll
That
be
sounds
available.
good. Thank you for taking that on, Anthony, and thank you, Jeff, for setting up the meetups. Bante, that was the other thing we talked about briefly while you were disconnected. Jeff had set up the meetups. Did you get a chance to see that?
I saw the email. I didn't actually click on it.
Okay, the link is, I'm not sure if you see the link, but here's the link in our chat if you wanted to take a look at it. And Jeff had said, you know, any improvements, just email him or make the improvements yourself if you like. He'll give out the username and password if anything needs to be changed. And in our last couple of minutes, our admin team has had a loss in a sense. Bond decided not to participate, so we are looking for another person, at least one other person, to join the admin team. I emailed Samantha, who's in the UK, and she is interested in joining with us and is available on Saturdays at 1800 UTC time. Is that a good time for you, Anthony and Jeff, as well?
It was 1800. I don't know if that is.
Okay, so 1800 is -4 for Ontario, so that would be 1400 2 p.m. for me, and it would be 1 p.m. for Jeff.
That's fine with me, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, Anthony.
No, I just have to translate it like that. Otherwise, I can never remember.
I only remember 1700 is 1 o'clock when our study group starts, so 1800 must be 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock my time, Eastern time. Okay, so Samantha is not available next Saturday. She has a family event, but the Saturday after that she will join us. But shall the three of us at least, and anyone else who's interested, start on Saturdays at 1800 hours? You want to start that next Saturday?
Start next Saturday or 2 Saturdays from now?
Well, Samantha can't join us for 2 Saturdays, but shall the three of us and anyone else start next Saturday?
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, I can do it next Saturday as well, yeah.
Okay, great. So anyone watching, the admin committee is behind the scenes dealing with all the things that it's far better for lay people to deal with than our teacher to deal with. The insurance, finances, accounting, you know, all that kind of stuff. We met with an insurance person who gave us a lot of information. We'll probably summarize that for next week. Bante brought out a meditator application, which he previously had on the website, and we're going to work on getting that back onto the website. It's a very thorough application that gets a lot of information exchanged back and forth before people come for a residential course. There was one question from our insurance person as to whether the monastery had an alarm system. And it seemed like there was something on the door maybe that indicated that an alarm system had been in place.
We've got an alarm system. It's just not hooked up.
Okay. Would you be okay? Is that acceptable to you to have an alarm system?
Why do we need an alarm system?
You know, I don't think we necessarily do, but for insurance purposes, it somehow was better for insurance. We can check and see.
Okay, so we'll find out what policy we're not eligible for if we don't hook that up.
I see. I mean, we don't have all that much that we have to worry about. The only thing is the stuff in the upstairs room. There's thousands of dollars of equipment.
Don't tell anyone.
When I went to Stony Creek, I was so amazed that the door was not unlocked. It was wide open, which is great. I mean, that's the sort of atmosphere in a monastery, and that's the sort of atmosphere that you want. It was beautiful to have a door wide open the whole week, and nothing or no one that shouldn't have been there came in. But for insurance purposes, they want the you know, a little more of a guarantee that people aren't walking in off the street and walking off with your stuff.
So, Bante, I was checking out Booster Juice, and you want to stick with the hardcore smoothies. They're fortified with nutrients. So the Sonic Soy drink has the 710 milliliter drink, the larger one, has 70% of your daily value of vitamin B12.
There you go.
So if you get 2 of those, you're at 140%.
Yeah, and for example, the spinach is in it drink. Wait, no. There was a good one.
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Oh, the IC carrots has 601% of your daily vitamin A.
Nice.
That'll turn my skin orange.
And you'll match your robe. Okay.
It'll be like a Oompa Loompa.
Well, we're at 1 o'clock here. Is there anything else that anyone wanted to add?
Sure. Just Robin, you sent me the application form in ByteEdit, so I made a bunch of changes. I added questions on that to stuff I'm confused about. Partly it looks a little too technical for the average person to read. So anyone who is interested, I don't know who has the invite to edit that, but other people should look
application.
at it. Yeah, application form for meditators.
Yeah, Anthony put some comments on it. I got the comments. Anthony, can you look at the plugins now that you have it super admin access? Was it you that was going to do that? Just make sure that all the plugins are kosher.
Yeah.
Check out. Figure out. You'll have to take a quick figure out how to get to the network admin section of our site, but you're now fully able to access it.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be looking at that tonight.
Great. And Doug just chimed in and said +1 to Slack. So there's another voice that
Good.
agrees with using Slack.
Good.
I just wanted to mention one thing about the fundraising. I was thinking the other day that as a nonprofit, certainly as a charity, you can't have more than 20% of, like your net profit can't be more than 20% of revenue for the year. So as of today, we're at around 40%. So I think I would suggest that we should hold off on any new fundraising till January 1st. Like prepare everything, have it ready to go, and run down the account, so to speak, get closer to the 20% mark, and then launch in January.
Oh, really? We have to. We can't. What you're saying is we can't have money in the bank.
We can have money in the bank, but you can't have more than 20% profit, so to speak.
But what you're talking about is money in the bank.
Yeah, but one thing with the money in the bank, it's all really owed to the landlord. Realistically, can we pay the landlord ahead so that, because that is, one of the primary uses for the money, right?
Well, money in the bank and an income statement are sort of two different things. Cash flow and getting into technical accounting stuff, but cash flow and income statement are two different things.
So
basically concerned about
talking about assets altogether, right?
No, we're just talking about the income statement. So if you raise $100 and you spend $80, you have $20 left over. That's within the 20% limit. But if you get to $30, $40, then they just want to make sure that we're spending on
So how could you save up money to buy a house then, or a big project?
Well, you can, but you have to apply to the government to get approval to raise funds over and above the 20% that goes specifically to a particular project.
I see.
So until we do that, until we get approval to do that, we have to keep within the 20% range. So, but yeah, we can certainly do that in next year if we get charitable status.
That's a building
It's been
fund,
a
right?
few weeks since I've been on. Does anybody know what page we're on? It's page 267.
What? What's happening?
I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's Robin, I think.
Yeah.
Robin, I think, has the
I'm sorry.
So I just wanted to add, should we be spending money to kind of clear that 20% to get under that number?
Thanks.
Well, I don't think we have to get right down to the 20%. We should make an effort to get closer to it. And I think over the next few months we're going to have rent expenses coming, and that's already hit the bank account. But in terms of expenses on the income statement, we're going to have rent for October, November, December. There's $5,000 there, and other associated expenses. I think we'll get close. I don't think it has to be right at 20%, but reasonably close, so that we don't get into any issues with the government. And then next year, as I say, if we get charity status, we can then apply to the government to actually raise funds for a specific purpose, like buying a building or whatever, which I doubt would be an issue.
Sorry. Is it possible to pay the landlords ahead, just so that we have the comfort level of knowing that, you know, the next several months are paid ahead and we've drained down the money in the bank?
Well, that doesn't, from an accounting perspective, that doesn't hit the income statement because that's a balance sheet item. It's considered like unearned revenue, so it's cash and income are two different things. So that wouldn't have any effect. We're getting technical.
Yeah, it just concerns me, the idea of buying something just to, you know, draw down our money. That concerns me.
Well, certainly, yes. And I just think, you know, general operations between now and the end of December, if we're not actively asking for monies, should get it within a reasonable range. And if there is anything we know we absolutely need, we can buy it before the end of the year. But you know, I don't think it's a case where we.
Oh, maybe there's 2 receipts from Canadian Tire. I had to buy like $200 worth of stuff for the monastery.
Okay, you can send that my way.
Nice. They're in the bedroom beside the washroom, Bunte, on the floor you're on right now.
Is Bunte allowed to touch those?
Okay, I don't know.
Aruna can touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 receipts in the wardrobe. I don't know, the black cabinet thing in the bedroom. There's 2 receipts under light bulbs.
So you can figure that out with Aruna.
Oh, sure, I do.
Thank you.
I have a receipt as well for the Peace Walk. $7 and I think 42 cents.
Okay, so everybody send those receipts my way if you need to be reimbursed.
I don't need to be reimbursed, but I think it's been charged to the student account, so we'll have to figure that out.
I don't know. Can you tell me your phone number?
778.
What?
778.
Maybe just put it in the chat. No,
Yeah, because
Okay.
this is going
Okay.
public.
Okay.
broadcast
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Just type it in the chat there.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I will send you that.
Okay, send it through the chat box on Google Hangouts.
Yeah. Do we think we need private heaters? Because what I think some people may need more heating. Maybe then we can reduce the heating. We don't need to heat the whole building for.
So are you talking about buying space heaters?
Yeah,
Yes.
private heaters, like small heaters.
Space heaters, yeah.
Maybe
sure.
2, 3, maybe. I can go ahead and then grab from a local, second hand. Or
Sure.
Just be careful with secondhand with those, Aruna. Sometimes, because that's a little bit of a fire hazard. So that might be the kind of thing that you want to make sure that you get a modern one that doesn't have any damage to the cord or anything.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're that expensive. I used to buy them for rooms here, and I think you can get space heaters, small ones, for under $50. I'm pretty sure.
You want to look for something that says CSA approved on it as well. It's Canadian Standards Association.
Oh yeah. So I think 2, maybe 2, 3. 2 or 3.
We can start with 2 and get more if necessary.
Okay.
And then just send your receipts to Anthony for reimbursement.
Okay.
Okay. So is there anything else, or just want to...
Yeah, so I don't know, type in your phone number, okay, in the chat box.
Sure. Yeah, this chat. Yeah, I will.
He's on a mobile phone, so get him to email that to you later.
Yeah, email it to me. Well, he doesn't know my email.
I do.
The volunteer list.
Okay, yeah.
I can send it to you too, Stephen. I have that.
Okay.
Okay. We about all set? I know we have a bunch of stuff to follow up on, but maybe we can do that through the volunteer email as we transition over to Slack.
Yeah, I'll try and get that set up as soon as possible because I know that all of us don't need more emails.
Yeah, it's been overwhelming. Thank you so much, Anthony. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop broadcasting now. We'll see you all next
Thank
week.
you, Robin.
Keep in touch
Bye.
with email.
Yeah, thank you.